Hi everybody, Jillian here. Welcome back to my channel for a new Bible journaling entry. Today I'm going to be in Psalm chapter 145 verse 3, and you can see there that I have 3 photos in my Bible. These are about a 2x2 size and they were printed on my Canon selfie at home, and I just trimmed the one down so they could fit. And I'm showing you the verse there that I'm going to be journaling. Now here's a close-up of these photos. They are actually images that I obtained from NASA.com. They were taken from the Hubble Space telescope. And the verse that I'm going to be journaling says, "Great is the Lord and most worthy of praise. His greatness no one can fathom." Whenever I see photos of space like this, it just reminds me how small I am and what a large God I serve. And I love putting photos in my Bible. It's a great way to personalize it. And I wanted to put these photos in here. I could never paint something as beautiful as these pictures of our outer space, and so I wanted to include them in there. Now what I'm first going to do is use some really thin washi tape to kind of mask the verse, because I'm going to be doing a lot of painting on this page. What you see me doing there is taking the washi and then putting it on the back of my hand to get some of the adhesive off. Typically when I put washi in my Bible, I can't pick it up because it'll take the page with it. So I'm just taking some of the adhesive off using the oils in the back of my hand and putting it down over the verse. And I've pulled these 3 really dark colored acrylic paints. They're just cheap acrylics, and I'm going to use all 3 on the page, but I kind of want to test out their coverage first before I put them on the page. I think these are all Anita's acrylics. I got them from Hobby Lobby. They're like 77 cents a tube, and with a coupon, I mean, get out of here. That's like a great deal. So I have this like dark navy blue color, gray, and black. And so I'm just testing each one on a scrap paper over there before I put it down on the page. Now, this is a lot of paint that's going to go down. So I want to put my Bible journaling mat underneath the page, and then I'm going to have a lot of paper towels on hand. So what I'm doing is I kind of thought, since I can't put the black over the text, it would just totally obscure it. I'm going to kind of do like a gradient almost, and I'm using this swiping technique like usual, and I'm being very careful to pick up the excess paint from the Bible mat so that it doesn't get on the underside of the page. If I had the larger mat, I wouldn't have to do this, but I don't, so I'm just relegated to constantly wiping it down. So I'm going to go from dark over to the right and then go lighter as I go to the left towards the text. So I'm going to start with the black and then go in with that navy color and kind of overlap it in some areas, and then I'm going to go over the text with the gray paint. So now you can see here that my page is buckling big time. This is actually a lot more moisture than I thought, and so you can see that if I had put any more paint on here or swiped any more, I probably would have torn the page. So tread lightly if you guys want to replicate this look using this technique. So I want to cover most of the page, but I also want to make sure that it doesn't get on the opposite page. Next, what I'm doing is taking a bunch of different colors that I've already selected. I'm going to put some splatters on the page to replicate the look of stars in the sky. So I have yellow, white, some blues, a purple, pinks, aquas. I don't use all of them, but a good enough mix to make it interesting. Next, I'm going to get everything out of the way so I don't ruin it. I'm going to cover up the opposite page so it doesn't get any paint on this. And I'm simply, you saw me spray some water into each little well there so that it thins out the acrylic paint. And then I'm just going to take an old paintbrush that I have for this purpose only. So I'm never going to try and paint like regularly with this paintbrush. And then I'm just going into each color there, adding more water as needed, and I'm just tapping it on my finger so that it kind of splatters. And I'm layering the color. I'm starting with the darkest, so the dark blue and then the pink, and then I'm going to go over it with the yellow and then the white. And then as soon as you put the yellow and then the white down, you can really see it. So now I'm done with the paint, and I'm showing you guys there just how bad the damage is on my hand. I got paint everywhere. I mean, I got paint on the wall that my desk sits in front of. And then I carefully removed the washi tape, and it did a pretty good job at masking it. It actually underlined one phrase with some paint that seeped in, the phrase that says, "No one can." I thought that was pretty cool, so it emphasized it. No one can fathom the greatness of God. Next, what I'm going to do is get the photos in, and I'm just using some dot runner adhesive that I got from Michael's, and I'm putting the photos in the corner. Now, I wanted to use 3. I like to do things in odd numbers. Next, I'm going to go through my stickers and pick out which ones I want to use. I want to use 2 different fonts, I know that for sure, and I want one of them to be white. So I end up using the homespun alphas in orange, and I'm going to spell out unfathomable greatness. And I'm showing you guys my trick here to get the letters down is I put half of them on the Bible mat, and then I'm just putting the lower half stuck to the mat. And then that way, when I go ahead to put the stickers down, I just line them up and to see where I want them, and then I press only on the top and then carefully like pull the mat towards me so that they stay down on the page. It's really quick, it's really simple, and it's just another great use for this. And then I decide at the end to go ahead and add an exclamation point. Why not? Next, I'm going to get my roller date stamp out and my Stays On ink, and I'm going to stamp the date in the bottom. I like to stamp with the journal mat underneath the page to provide a little more stability. And then I'm going to take the precision pen, the 0.65, and I'm going to just simply note that these images were taken from the Hubble Space Telescope. And that's it. Here's a look at the finished page along with a close-up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really would love to hear from you, get some suggestions about what kinds of techniques or things you'd like to see. Just leave me a comment below. I'll see you next week.